Hello, my name is Jackie, and I am back on YouTube, hopefully for good this time. 2 years ago, I started my YouTube channel. I made a couple videos, I made a couple vlogs, but I was so busy and I just couldn't get this video thing right and can't slot it into my schedule, so I kind of stopped. But I think now is a good time for me to get back on it because I do want to draw more. I want to draw something more simple because, well, you know what? A lot has happened in 2 years. I have a son now and he is 1 year old. And my work schedule basically revolves around his nap schedule. So if he naps for half an hour, I get to draw for half an hour. So yeah, I've been drawing in little spurts. So this is a series that I'm going for. I'm going to be drawing a bunch of plants, but they're all fairly simple because I have to get them done within like 20-30 minutes. So here I am drawing a Fiddle-leaf Fig today. It's one of the more common houseplants that a lot of people have, but also complain about because of how finicky it is to the environment, to moving, to changes. It just doesn't like changes. So a lot of people, when they bring it home, at first it kind of like drops all its leaves or drops a lot of leaves, get brown edges. It just doesn't know what to do, and a lot of people just give up on it. But what I find that is if you give it a good month or two, it will start growing. It'll get used to your environment as long as you give it enough sunshine, you give it enough watering and good soil. It'll grow. It doesn't really need a lot of sunlight. It just needs time. Okay, so I think for this first voiceover, I'm going to be answering some questions, some very common questions that a lot of artists answer about themselves. So I'm just gonna jump right in. First question: who are you and what do you do? Well, I draw. I draw plants. That's my main thing. That's my thing. I got into houseplants maybe 5-6 years ago, and I just really like drawing them because they have so many different types, different patterns, different shapes and colors, and just there's a lot. There's a lot to study when I'm drawing a new plant, to know how they grow, what kind of flowers they put out, how their leaves go from like the young version to mature version. It's just a lot. So I really enjoy the process of learning about a plant and then actually drawing it. Wait, did I mention I'm a full-time artist? So I also started doing markets. I sell my art online. I also manufacture stuff. So I also work with manufacturers to create products such as enamel pins, puzzles, stickers. I have a lot more. You name it. You can hop out to my shop and see for yourself. But yeah, that's in a gist what I do. Next question. How has your practice changed over time? That's a really good question. So in the beginning, I'd say 4 years ago, in the beginning I did watercolor. It slowly changed to digital art, but on my laptop. Like I would draw with a keyboard and mouse kind of thing. And then soon after I invested in an iPad. So that completely changed my process. I use Procreate. I use Adobe Fresco now. In the beginning, I also only sold art prints and stickers as something very simple. But now I'm expanding to putting my art on other things like bags and playing cards. I did a deck of playing cards last year with 52 different drawings, which was a really big challenge for myself. Every single year is a little different. I wouldn't say I changed a lot, because if you look back at my drawings 3 years ago, I'm still doing the same things. I'm still drawing plants. Like my style has changed a little bit. I draw a little faster, but you know what? Nowadays, it kind of does not revolve around me anymore. It revolves around my son. Because I used to have, all the time in the world to do art, to manage my business. But these days, I only get maybe like 2 days a week and during the night to really invest in my business, in my art. So there's a lot of things that I have to reconsider if it's profitable or if it's worth investing, if it's worth putting my time into. Because time is so precious now. Okay, next question. What research do you do? Well, first of all, I do research about my subject, about the plants that I draw. As I mentioned before, I look into how they're growing, how their shapes change as they mature, how the flowers come out, and if I'm really into a plant that I'm drawing, I would follow a few people on Instagram who has that plant and is growing it successfully, and I just love learning how other people are treating their houseplant hobby. Another research that I do a lot is market research, to see what products I could put my art onto and how, if I have budget, if I have the means, or even the inventory space to manufacture them and to put them on my shop. So I'm constantly looking for new ideas for the next product that I'm going to invest into. So this year I'm not really doing a new product per se, but I'm doing 2 new puzzles, and I'm using a new manufacturer that's based also in Ontario so that I can bring them to the One of a Kind show. In order to do that, I had to, talk to the manufacturer, look through other manufacturers also based in Canada and compare their quality, pricing, to consider if it's a good fit for my business, if their prices are fair, and also, whenever you're not manufacturing something from China, but it's from Canada, the cost is significantly higher, so I can't really do wholesale on these products. So what do? I might have to manufacture another set of puzzles from China so that I could actually do wholesale for those, or I just don't. So it's always about finding a cool new product that maybe I'm interested in and my audience are interested in, but also balances out if this is financially attainable for my business. Let's do one more question. What can't I live without? Well, I can't live without food. It's crazy. It's very ironic because I am trying to lose weight these days, so I'm not eating as much. I'm trying to keep to like a 1,400 calorie diet. So my relationship with food has been changing. I've been enjoying a lot more veggies and fruits, not so much carbs. I'm a big carb eater, like bread, cake, cookies, pancakes, you name it. Rice, come on, I'm Chinese. Rice is part of everything. But I'm trying to love eating veggies and feeling good about my body. So I guess what can't I live without? I still can't live without food. But it's a healthy relationship with food that I'm trying to learn and grow into this year. So something I can't live without for my business is chit-chat. If you're a Canadian artist who's living in a big-ish city, you might have heard of Chit-Chats, which is a shipping company that instead of flying your parcels over to the States or internationally, they actually bring them on a truck, drive them through the border to drop it off at USPS for you. So the cost is significantly lower, and it definitely beats out Canada Post. It beats out FedEx and UPS on most cases for like smallish packages. So that's one thing that that I hope it's here to stay because my business really depends on it. Another thing I cannot live without, obviously my iPad. I draw everything on it. My iPad and my Apple Pencil. These two things is the foundation of my business. It's how I draw everything. It's how I learn and grow. I hope you enjoyed this short little chatty video. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you would like me to draw a specific plant or talk about a specific topic next time. I'm still trying to navigate this whole YouTube thing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please subscribe, please. That would help so much, but if you don't, that's totally fine as well because you've watched this far already. Thank you so much for your support, and cheers!